All right. What's up, Cola? Says I got a couple people. It's probably me and Cola. Get back to this project here. That's where we left off. Got this side glued and this side glued, and some of the stitching I got to punch all the rest of the holes and go all the way around. I have to glue this spot. I glue it right when I'm ready to stitch it. Poke the holes, it gets a little funky there. So what's going on here? Hey Andy, good to see you. I don't like my chat goes away on this vertical thing. It's kind of annoying. I have to be like reading it, I guess. So I don't know. I think you just got here, Andy. That's where I left off. I gotta finish all the stitching here next. Back to punching holes straight, hopefully. Single. Yeah, I've actually had it do that to me, where I'm watching one thing, but it's playing the one that I was like on before that. It's kind of funny. I accidentally scrolled on because I'm watching on one phone and doing it on the other, and I accidentally scrolled on the phone I'm watching on, and it scrolls. Next video it shows me is my brother playing video games right now. Of course, I'm sub to him. That's why it's next, but. Yeah. I'm not sure if I like this vertical style or not. I'm gonna probably keep doing it. I'm at least gonna finish this project doing it. I don't know. I don't not like it. I'm not sure. It is kind of good for what I do because you get the whole screen to show what I'm doing. Yeah, you know what sucks about the vertical when you're watching is, to me, is you can't. So when you're watching on the regular streams, you can put it in the little screen down in the corner, the little mini player or whatever they call it, and you can kind of go looking around YouTube, see what's going on, or even do other things on your phone. But you can't do that on the vertical ones. That's the thing that bugs me when I'm watching them, is it makes you watch it, and then you end up. That's how I end up with two, three devices on. Something's on the TV. Ow, poked myself. Something's on the TV. Something's on my phone. And I got another little phone that I've been using. Dang, I did poke myself good. I got an old phone I've been using. That's what I'm actually watching comments on right now. And it actually doesn't really help me get many more viewers either. Alright. These ones I'll punch after I glue it, so now we gotta do all these other ones over here. Oh, damn. It's a pretty tedious, boring part, sewing this all together. My punch doesn't even really go all the way through. I don't know if you guys can tell, but two thick layers of leather, it doesn't really get all the way through, so I chase it with the awl. I have to poke myself, man. I got myself good. Oh no, my dog is dreaming. You can totally hear what he's saying on that TV in the back room. I forgot to set the camera up on the other side again. Trying to just show all I'm doing. Guess you can tell. Okay. Now time to start it. Time to start sewing again. Right on. This is kind of, I know last time I talked about I don't have a stitching pony. Little, kind of like a vise that you put your project in. Kind of is really a pain when I'm sewing all the way around and I got such a long piece of thread, but okay. When you start, you go through the back first. And you go from the front side, you go through the same hole, but it's got thread coming out. And you take the one that's going out through the back, you move that down to the God, it's hard. I'm trying to do it right-handed. Move that one down to the next one. See, I almost did the wrong one. Catching a lot of these tools. next two already have stitches going through. And you gotta be careful. You tie this in a knot. So these next two already got stitches going through them. One of them's actually got two going through it because it's got a back stitch in it. So I'm gonna run my tool through here. Or else it's really hard to get them through there. Alright. So now I'm to this part here. I still ain't glued this part. It's always a little weird here because you get this bunched up pocket here and you just got extra material down here. So I just gotta do my best to get it down there flush. When you get it all sewed down, mostly it's a lot easier. And then I'll poke some holes in it and sew that part together. Yeah, I do sell a few of them on my Etsy. A couple people came in nice. Let's see, Brian. Hutch. Right on. Good to see you guys. And this is the glue I'm using. Barge cement. Basically like rubber cement back in school. These ones here are specifically made for this knife. $1. This one's pretty beat up. 110. It's probably one of the most, well, not probably, it's definitely one of the most popular knives ever. Not as popular now as it once was, but still pretty popular. Everyone's got one. You can make them for anything, but it does help very, you almost have to have the knife to make it. Some you can kind of guess, but you're never going to get that perfect fit unless you got the knife. All right, let that tack up. Shouldn't take too long. I'm gonna refill my coffee real quick. I want to finish getting all this sewing done tonight. And the next will be another stream or two, but they'll be short and they'll finish the whole thing. Yeah, it sucks though. That's another thing I don't like about the vertical streaming is links don't work in it. You know, it's interesting. The link works for me on my phone that's it's filming from, but it don't work on the one I'm watching from. Yeah, I could click that link on the one that the camera's running on, but you can't when you're just watching. All right, I'm gonna mute real quick. I'm gonna go fill my cup. Yeah, I think everyone's dad or grandpa had one of these. This one here is actually, it's like the first pocket knife I ever had. My dad bought this for me when we were going hunting. So you can tell it's been sitting, I don't even know what this is, but it's filthy. I thought it was like some tarnish or something, but it rubs right off. I don't know. Shouldn't be touching it. I don't need it all over my leather. And they're still really popular. Just, they're not as tactical as all the other stuff. Alright. So this part here is a little, this where it gets a little tricky. Your holes want to, it's at an angle, so your holes all want to end up real tight, close together on this side. It's hard to get it. Hard to get something to set it on to punch the holes. got these. Okay. I'm gonna stitch these as I go. I'm not gonna punch them all at the same time because it tends to want to move around and stuff right here. Got that extra leather bunched up in there. Alright. This is always where you can mess the stitching up. You can mess it up everywhere. This is where it's easy to mess up. Let's see. I need this to fit better right on the top of my board. I'm trying to think of what my next. Well, I don't know what I'm going to work on next for videos. I like live streaming, doing stuff, but I don't want to make another one of these. I was thinking of doing some leather stuff. I also want to do some knives. I don't know. I might try to do that. But I've been trying to think of other leather projects I could work on. Mostly because I'm doing it right here in the living room and it's winter time and it's not cold in here. It's comfortable, all that stuff, but probably have to get out in the shop and do some more stuff. I was thinking maybe what's up, Anya? Good to see you. I was thinking like a Leatherman sheath. It would be like do like a wet forming where it's more contoured right to the tool. But I don't really need one of those. I've already made a few for me. Leathermans are so specific. They're all different anymore. So pull my needle off of this side. Accident. Got lucky. It went right back on. Been waiting for another one of them mashup nights. One more down here on this bottom part. And then I don't have to punch any more holes. Just a bunch more sewing. Dang it. I tied a knot in it. I saw it before I pulled it too tight. A lot of times it happens and I get it pulled tight and just got to go with it. Makes it a little difficult, but open this one up a little. It's already got a stitch in it. Alrighty. We got 7 people now. We got some lurkers. Glad to have everyone watching. When I get done sewing, the next thing I got to do is I need to take the belt sander to the edges and even up all the edges. So that part's going to have to be done out in the shop. I don't know if I'll do it tonight, but if I do, I'll probably have to start the stream over because I have to go out there and hook up to the internet out there. Show got that part sewed down now. It actually came out pretty nice. You can see the stitches get closer together on that back side because of the way it's curved. I guess that was a no on the next mashup. thanks, Brian. Man, the stitching, I don't know. I'm picky. Like, every part's important to me, but the stitching part, it's really important. The stitching has to look good. Especially has to look good on the front, but it's got to look good on the back too. There can't be no, oh, that's the back side, that's fine. No, that ain't fine. Yeah, it doesn't, the back does not look as good as the front ever, but you can't be just like, oh, it's the back, it doesn't matter. I can't be. It'll drive me crazy. When you get it all done, the nice, straight, even, uh, consistent stitching, it's what makes it look so good. It makes it like pop. That's why I also like the white. I like the white stitching. Um, I want the stitching to stand out. White thread. I think that's the word I was going for, but you know what I mean. Thank you. I know a lot of people, I don't know, they don't see what I see on them, but I did it. I did every stitch. I know that one stitch over there in that one spot is messed up because I did it. No one else will notice it, but I know it's there. It really does take a lot longer to do this when I'm doing it on a live stream for multiple reasons. The main reason is I'm stopping and restarting all the time. A lot of times when I make stuff like this, I kind of just get in a zone and do it and sit there for hours. And I just can't live stream for that long. I get antsy. I get, first start sewing, I always think, man, I hope I pulled enough thread. I thought that today too. You get to about here and you realize, yes, I got plenty. So, open this one. It's already got stitches in it. And I noticed I did not go through and punch all these ones good all the way through. Including this last one. And this last one's hard. It's got a stitch going through it, and I don't want to mess up the stitch. But I do got to put another one in there. Oh, yeah. Almost skipped one. Grab it. Right. I'll make sure I get that one down in that groove good there when we start. Couple more to go, I'll be done here. I'm down to 5 people, man. My 5 people are hanging in there. This isn't exactly that fun. I'm sure it's not that fun to watch. It's not that fun to do. It's one of those. I start these projects doing them live, and I'm always like, yeah, I'll do this whole project live. Man, by the time I get to the end of them, I'm kind of over the doing it live part. But I'm gonna finish this one. It's gonna be 1 or 2 more streams because there's a couple steps I gotta do where stuff has to dry. So it'll be like at least an overnight thing. I'm only working on it once a week or something. It really doesn't take 2 months to make one of these, however long I've been doing it. I do need to get on I need to get some kind of a schedule for my streaming, like 1 day a week or, some kind of a plan. I'm just kind of like, oh, I think I'll do it now. back stitch this one. Where the hell is my... I got scissors. Oh, there they are. Let's put these away before I lose them. Alrighty. Alright. So it's all stitched up. Good. I usually take my... I don't know if you can see, there's little fuzzies in the stitching sometimes. I usually take my lighter and I just kind of... little loose fibers that are sticking out and looking weird. I'll do the same thing on the back side. See, the back side looks good. It don't look front side good, but it looks good. The front looks real nice. So I think I'm gonna the slots aren't cut all the way through. I only cut the front piece. So I'm gonna cut those, and then I'll probably end there for the night, because the next step, as I said, is gonna be out in the garage on the belt sander. I don't know if you can tell. You got to even up the two pieces a little, and then once that's done, I'll dye the edges, and then I will smooth them out, put some oil on it, and then the acrylic top coat. And it's not waterproof, but make it a little more water resistant. So let's finish these here. Hopefully this thing works better. I spent some time trying to sharpen this thing because it kind of always sucked. Yeah. It still sucks. Poking out the back yet. Thanks, Amir. Let's see if it works better if I do it straight. So there's one. When you finally get it to cut through, it does look nice. Also should have got it's an 1.5 inches. I should have got a 2-inch one, but I didn't know no better when you're standing there buying it. A little bit. Kind of hit my hand a little bit on that one. Actually, feel it pretty good when it does cut through. Alright, now this last little bit up here. Yeah, Brian, I could. The problem, I don't know, I don't know if I said it right earlier. The problem with that is you got to kind of have the knife, depending on, I mean, you can kind of make like a generic style size, but if you want them to fit good, you almost got to have your hands on the knife to do it. I made a couple sheath or two without the knife, but they never fit quite just right. I sent one to somebody, and it worked, but it didn't work that great. It was a little tight. I do want to do something different. This one, I can already tell this one's pretty tight for this one knife here. But yeah, there it is. Still not quite done, but you could use it. You gotta finish these edges though. I do want to, like I was talking about earlier, I do want to figure out what my next project's going to be to work on leather-wise. And probably a sheath for something. I mean, that's mostly what I do with the leather, the sheath. But I do need to find my next project. Yeah, it's tight. It will kind of break in over time. Alright, y'all, I'm going to stop here. Next one will even up the edges and dye them, and then it'll be smooth them out and put the finishes on it. So, y'all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with me. There's another look at it. I'll see y'all next time.